Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is just kind of clean up the extra clay from my cylinder that I threw with my wooden rib. So I just lay it flat, hold it steady and firm, and that gets off some of that extra clay. And I'll use a sponge just to clean up the wheel head a little bit more too. So again, holding that firm and just moving outward slowly. Not moving my hands too much. Just let the wheel do the work. Alright, now remember you're supposed to wedge at least 2, maybe 3 balls of clay, so that way if you mess up while you're practicing, you have another ball of clay so you don't have to keep getting up. Okay, so throwing it on the wheel head, kind of hitting it with the heel of my hand, getting some water going. I can start to center. So remember, kind of lock and load, make sure you have a nice sturdy base, getting those elbows tucked into your thighs, using your whole body. Using the heel of your hands, pushing the clay, and getting it centered. Now throwing a bowl is very similar to throwing a cylinder until you actually start to open up. So I'm still going to wedge my clay, so I'm going to wedge it by coning. So pushing with the heel of my hand and then slowly squeezing up with my fingers. And using predominantly my left hand as a guide and my right hand for my motion. Once I've coned it, I'm going to push it back down with the side and partially the heel of my hand, making sure I don't get too much overlap. Left hand still isn't moving, it's just that guide, just like a basketball. I'm going to cone again. Squeezing in, and pushing back down. So I really kind of push into it with my shoulder even. So it's not just my hand. Those get pretty tired. So now I'm deciding where my center is, so just using that inner knuckle of my thumb to mark where my center is, so I kind of have that biscuit shape again. Making sure my fingers are nice and moist while I'm pushing in, so I don't get a whole lot of friction. Now unlike before, instead of pushing straight out with your thumb, you're going to kind of push out at an angle, because bowls have that nice concave, that nice curvature in the inside. Curving out. You form the inside before you form the outside. You'll still do pulls. I'll show you that in a second. Pulling out. Still want to have that nice 3/8 of an inch depth, unless you really want to have a different type of foot. But for now, just practice as if it's going to have just a normal basic foot. And I compress that bottom. This is especially important in bowls. I said it was important with cylinders, but it's especially important in bowls. Kind of rocking it back and forth, massaging the bottom like that. I use my fingers even for it too. So you'll notice it's starting to look more bowl-like on the inside, just not on the outside yet. So now I'm going to start doing my pulls. So just like I would before, just putting my knuckles down, locking my thumbs, having that nice support system. I'm pulling out right at about 45-degree angle, give or take, versus straight up. Okay. It's better to do a few pulls than trying to do it all in one. Make it gradual. Just going from the base and out. Your rim will be a little thick at first, but that's okay. Better to have it a little thick than too thin. Always checking kind of that middle. You can adjust the shape a little bit by just pushing your hand down. Not moving it a whole lot. Just subtle movement still. Pulling out again. Compressing the rim, still very important. And massaging the inside, making sure it's nice and flush. You don't want it to kind of go straight and then have kind of this little ridge. You want it to be a nice, smooth curve. Remember, your wheel shouldn't be going super fast. A little bit slower. Don't want to be going super fast when you're doing these pulls. It's not like you're centering. I'm going to try to get a nice even weight so it feels really thick on the bottom. Maybe do another pull. And that extra water, massaging the base again. I'm going to start to clean up the base here with my rib. I'm going to collect that excess. Turn it around. Wipe it back up. That way it's easier to lift it up. I'm cleaning up the outside a little bit with my rib, just like I did with my cylinder, compressing that. I'm going to do it on the inside. You don't have to, but try different things so it works for you. Alright, so now that I'm done throwing my bowl, I'm going to use some pot lifters to get it off. So I've already used my wire cutter to cut it, and simply just going in and twisting it. Now if you notice your wheel is getting stuck like this, you might want to turn it on, but very, very slowly. I don't want you to cut your hands. And a kick wheel is you'd have a lot more control. You just want it to move just a little bit, just to kind of give it that little release. Twisting it, put it on a bat. And kind of twisting them at the same time, so that way you don't get one stuck. Once you can see that both of them are starting to move a decent amount, and just kind of turn the right angle, and there you go. Then you let it dry to leather hard so you can trim it. Just put a little plastic bag in, you're good to go. Clean up your wheel, have more fun.